This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Aunts and Uncles Studios of Arizona, Circus Fight Week, Trump announcing Holyfield versus Vitor, Belfort, Anderson Silva versus Tito Ortiz. We got UFC news, MMA news, a special guest, Devin Clark with the MMA-Holes. Keep it going in the chat. Hello, friends. Welcome to our Wednesday show. We're here. We're live. No UFC this weekend, but UFC next weekend. And it's going to be...
Wonderful.
Jesse, how are you tonight?
Wonderful, Maz. How are you?
I'm wonderful. You see that poster over there? Smith versus Spann.
Yeah.
That's going down next weekend. This weekend, Donald Trump
Yes.
is...
Well,
we'll get into that later. Let's just get into
let's
that
not talk
later.
about it right now.
Let's forget. Let's just make...
Yeah.
Anyway, we have a guest. And thank God for this guest coming on in short notice. He is in the co-main event. This man has been on the show multiple times, and it's been a minute since we've had the wonderful Devin Clark back on the show. Welcome, Devin! Wow, there he is. Devin, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on again.
I appreciate you coming back on here on the show. Actually, could you tilt your phone sideways if that's possible? There we go. Boom. We got full screen Devin. Beautiful. So we haven't had a chance to speak in a while. A lot has happened since the last time you've been on the show. Out of nowhere, you're on the poster of a UFC card, and I'm like, wow, look at this thing. The last fight, it was crazy. How did it feel being on the front and center on that big ass poster?
Was this for the Smith fight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess it felt good. I don't know if I saw it, but...
Oh, you didn't see it? I'll show you it now. How about that? I'll show you that now. Hold on a second here. Here we go. Let me pull it up over here. Check this out, Devin. Here we go. Now, listen, I was excited because every time we got to speak to you, it was always the prelims, why they doing Devin dirty, this and that. You're on the co-main event of this coming event, and you're on the poster over here. What do you think about this poster over here?
Not bad.
Not bad. It looks...
He sounds so excited.
I got to be honest with you, Devin. I think they did you dirty with the poster. They finally throw you on a poster, and it looks like my 4-month-old daughter put this thing together, Devin. What's that about?
Yeah, I think it was just because it was last minute, but I do look really skinny in that. Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? Do you have AIDS there or something? What's going on?
I look skinnier than Anthony in that one.
Oh, man. We are looking forward to this fight coming up next weekend. And listen, there's an event this weekend. Now, I know you're preparing. I know your mindset. I know you're focused for your opponent. And you have a very tough opponent coming up. We'll get to that in a second. But are you going to veg out and watch this circus-ish show of a boxing event on Saturday night?
I might. It's not it's not on my list, but maybe it might get entertaining for me when it gets closer, but kind of a cool deal.
What do you think about the circus boxing that's been going on, the phenomenon, the Jake Paul stuff and all this craziness?
I think it's all right. I mean, shit, I might be in a position later down the road where I want to get on a celebrity boxing match, so these guys are making money, and they seem to be taking it serious in the moment. So
Did you see the Tyron Woodley against Jake Paul fight? Did you get to check that out?
I didn't watch the fight. I saw the highlights, and I'm glad I did not watch it. I don't know if it was set up or if Woodley just, kind of didn't pull the trigger, but yeah, really disappointing.
Did you see the Suicide Squad? Completely irrelevant.
I have not. Did it come out?
Well, it's on the interwebs all over the place, but that's how we saw it. But I gotta say, good watch. It's a good watch, Devin. What kind of movies you into?
Okay. Those kind of movies.
Oh, nice.
I'll wait until I get home to watch that with my daughter.
Yeah, well,
a couple other ones to watch. So
be careful with your daughter. It's rated R. It's very violent. I don't know. Will you be watching violent movies with your daughter? I think I'm going to, but
yeah, we watched the original Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn movies. She loves Harley Quinn. So yeah, I kind of let her watch whatever and explain to her, the right and wrong. Mm-hmm. So she gets it. She knows what words not to repeat and stuff like that, and what actions are bad and bad guys and good guys and shit like that. So yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I was telling Jesse, I like horror movies, and I'm like, should I show? Like when I was a kid, I watched Jaws and all that stuff, and I'm fine, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you're a normal guy.
Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't let her watch that stuff. Anyway, we're live with Devin Clark. He is fighting next weekend. Big event. Anthony Smith, Ryan Spann, who is headlining that card. But we got the co-main event over here with Devin Clark. And I got to say, I'm very pumped up about this thing. The matchup, another tough opponent. It seems like that's what they keep on doing to you, Devin. Why can't they just give you one layup? What's that about?
I like to fight tough guys, and at this level in the light heavyweight division, any of the guys, even non-ranked guys, can be just as tough as the top 5. So I've never really fought too many lemons before. So
yeah, every guy has been a prospect or just a top tier fighter. And here is Ian Cutelaba, who I look at as like a wounded dog right now. He's got a couple of losses, but the guy's a nut job, a complete nut job. You were supposed to fight him before it fell through. Was that because of COVID?
Yeah, I got COVID like 2.5 weeks before. Mm-hmm. So didn't get to fight him. Then he fought another guy and went to a draw with him because he blew his load trying to wrestle.
Yes. So is this the plan? We're going to try to just weather out the first round and then submit him or some shit like that? What are we doing?
I wouldn't say weather out the first round, but, something like that.
It seems like he just goes berserker. Like you would think eventually he would learn, hey, maybe I should pace myself. But he goes like complete animal in the first round. Are you expecting to see this again? Or do you think he's going to come with something different?
Yeah, I think he'll come out strong as usual. He got a little hesitant when he fought that Russian for the second time, just because he pretty much got knocked out the first time too. But yeah, he was a little hesitant in that fight. But I expect him to come out strong as usual. That's when he's strongest, first round. Then he'll kind of chill out a little bit. But yeah, I plan on kind of having my way with him.
I know you've been looking for that knockout. That's the one. The Devin Clark signature knockout. Do you think that this is going to be the fight? You're going to put this man's head in the rafters?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
Okay.
I definitely don't like him, so that's a plus. I've never really been in the UFC. I haven't fought a guy that has been disrespectful before the fight or anything like that. With Cutelaba, it's almost guaranteed. And whether he's disrespectful to me or not, he's been disrespectful to other people. So in my eyes, he's a bully, and I'm going to bully the bully, kick his ass. And I don't feel bad about it. You know how my moral compass is. So it's like, I finally get to have that animosity towards him without actually faking it or anything like that.
I like this new version of Devin Clark. Every time we've gotten a chance to speak to you, a super nice guy, humble, very respectful to your opponent. And here we go. We got a little heat, a little tension here with Cutelaba. I mean, he's been a little suspect at face-offs and stuff like that. Do you expect anything at face-off where he's going to scream in your face or try to push you or something like that?
Probably. Probably.
And
I got a plan. I got a plan for that. But
you going to grab his ball sack or something? What are we going to do here?
I might twist his dick.
Let me know in the chat with the ones if you want Devin Clark to twist some dick at the weigh-ins or whatever, the face-offs. That'd be fantastic. Are you still at a Jackson Wink? You still training over there?
I am. Yep.
Nice. You know, it's so funny. I was thinking about this in the shower, and it's kind of weird that I was thinking about this in the shower. But
That's a little weird.
I know. Let's not tell anyone, all right?
Okay.
The pictures, every time I see people kneeling in that cage at Jackson Wink or standing in front of the belts and stuff like that, I feel that Jackson Wink visually is one of the most iconic looking gyms. Like, no matter where you're standing in that gym taking pictures and flexing all sweaty and shit, it's pretty special, right?
Oh yeah, they've done a really good job. You know, Mike Winklejohn, Greg Jackson, and then you got to give it up for the gym manager, Misha. He's just a cool ass Russian dude, but they stay on top of, especially Misha, stay on top of putting stuff up on the walls and just making it a cool environment.
Yeah, it always looks cool over there. A bunch of killers in and out of that gym, and you've been there for a while now. How long have you been training at Jackson Wink?
I think it's going on 6 years. So
wow.
At the start of my UFC career, I started training here right before that, and been here ever since. And I still live in South Dakota, but I travel down here for my fight camps, and seems to be working pretty well.
So when it's time for camp, you stay there for how long?
Usually 5 to 6 weeks.
5 to 6 weeks. So how tough has that been? Being separated from the family? Do you ever travel back while you're there, or you just all focus on this?
Usually if it's a solid 6 week camp, I will take 3 or 4 days and go back home, or if there's a holiday or a birthday, there's always something usually. This time there happened not really be too much, so I was down here, I think, good 4.5 weeks, something like that. But yeah, it gets tough being away from the family. But my daughter, she's in 2nd grade now, and she understands it. She knows daddy's got to go train, kick some ass. It's been a part of her life since she was a baby, so nothing really new for her. And my wife, she's a rock star. She, holds the fort down while I'm gone and handles business. So, yeah.
It seems like you have a real tight-knit family. It's actually very inspirational. Checking out the Instagram posts and everything like that. You're a family man. You do a little hunting with the family. I saw the rabbit situation and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Rabbit stew, I think it was, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my daughter, she likes rabbit stew, especially around Christmas time. I usually go get a rabbit or two.
That's pretty...
we'll cook it up, a little cream of mushroom soup, and good to go.
I have rabbits. We moved to Arizona from New York, and we have rabbits all over the place, but they're those skinny, like jackrabbits. Is there any meat on them things? Should I kill one of those and throw it in a pot or what?
We don't really have jackrabbits anymore. There's not a whole lot around. I guess that's what South Dakota is known for, too. We have a college named after the jackrabbits, but, just cottontail rabbits, little snow bunnies.
There you go. There's another snow bunny means something else, too. You're aware of this, correct?
It does, really.
Yeah. Let the chat tell you. Anyway, we're live with Devin Clark here. We're talking about the upcoming fight. Let's get back into this. Now, what is it Mr. Kutilaba said? What has he said about you?
I have no idea. I don't know if he's said anything about me or not. I just assume that he's going to be a douchebag when it comes to weigh-ins.
Okay.
And stuff like that. I called him a green weirdo. There's no rebuttal on my page, but
you think he's going to dress as the Hulk again? Like we've seen him do that a couple of times at the face-offs.
Probably not if we're going to do the morning weigh-in, the morning face-off.
Mm-hmm. Now,
yeah.
So the COVID situation, you had the Rona. It's very controversial, right? Vax, no vax, all this bullshit going on. Everyone's yelling at each other and screaming. I went to CVS today, and there was a line out the door for this vaccine. You got the Rona, right? What was your experience with that?
I have asthma, so it was a little different. But the biggest thing for me was chest pains and my asthma not being able to be controlled. So it was a little bit scary. I didn't really know. Going to sleep was a little rough, a little scary. Mm-hmm. Didn't know if you're going to wake up or not. But after 6 or 7 days, it wasn't too bad. Then just kind of healed. Didn't get all that sick. It was just the chest pains and the asthma. But it definitely cost me some money and time, sure. And a whole camp and stuff like that. So I went ahead and got vaccinated maybe 3 to 4 weeks later. So get the Pfizer vaccine, and so far so good. I don't totally trust it either, but I experienced the corona and didn't really want to go through that again, especially with another fight coming up.
Yeah.
So kind of did what I thought I needed to do, and so far so good.
Hey, listen, I got the Pfizer as well, and I catch heat for it all the time. I don't trust it completely either. I don't trust anything, to be honest. But listen, I did it for my own reasons, and it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to criticize anyone getting it or not getting it. My Jessie doesn't have it, and I don't care. Like, it's whatever she'd like to do. But in your line of work, you're traveling and whatever, and you're trying to, you got a family. I'm sure you have a lot of reasons for getting the vaccine. Asthma, though, Greg Hardy, I remember when he was fighting, he had that inhaler in the cage. Have you ever had to use an inhaler between rounds?
No, and you shouldn't really need to. So with asthma, adrenaline really helps it. So when you have adrenaline flowing, usually you won't feel the asthma, or it just won't come up. And I believe I read this somewhere, but before albuterol and modern day medicine, they used to give people adrenaline shots for asthma. So I've never really experienced it during a cage fight because the adrenaline's up and everything like that. So never had an asthma attack or even thought about it during a fight.
There you go. We're live with Devin Clark. He's got a big fight. Ian Cutelaba, co-main event next weekend. This is at the Apex Center, correct? Is that where this is at?
Yep.
So the Apex Center, what do you think about the smaller cage over there as opposed to the bigger one in the stadium?
Being a wrestler, I love the smaller cage. It works in my advantage quite well. Just not as much room for them to run away when I try to do shots on them and stuff like that, or put them against the cage. So it definitely works in my favor.
Any new tattoos? You got that big thing over here, the deer head. Anything else?
I still need to get it finished. No new tattoos. I still got to get that one finished. It's been like 3 years. And I get shit for it because it's not finished. A lot of my teammates think it looks like a puppy. I don't think it looks like a puppy, but I get a lot of shit for it. But I just don't F off, and it's not finished yet.
Is this the reason? Now I'm just scrolling through your Instagram as you're talking. Is this why you're standing next to a puppy dog, or is that just coincidence?
Yeah, that's the guy, John Kudeman. He calls me. He says it looks like a puppy, and he kind of started that around the gym. So the day that he did that, me and the gym manager Misha, we created this thing, and he became my bitch.
That's awesome. Who is the gym clown? Who would be the guy that you would say, or gal that you would say is like the funny guy or gal at the gym?
I guess I don't really know. There's and it's a fight gym, so everybody's a character.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one that's not a character in here. But I probably clown off more than a lot of people, I guess. I'm really passive aggressive and always joking around, and kind of, you would think I'm a bully, but I really like these people. It just when I get to know you, I talk shit and kind of put you down, then bring you right back up.
Is there anyone special you're bringing in to train for Ian Cutelaba in this camp as opposed to other camps?
No one special. We have enough guys around here that it kind of works out. Those guys, a lot of those guys you see in those pictures, Antonio Abreu, he's actually fighting the Brazilian dude in the middle. He's actually fighting the same night. He's on the same card. I think he starts off the main card. And then John Kudeman, he's pretty good partner for me, especially for this fight, stuff like that. And getting some drilling in with John Jones, and we just kind of work on a bunch of different things and do a lot with our drilling. That's a little more focused towards the fight.
We got Pops in the corner again.
He'll be in the corner again.
There we go. And who else do we have? Jackson, Wink. Who do we got? The both of them. What's going?
My wrestling coach, Chad Smith. He's kind of my all-around coach now. So and then Mike Winklejohn.
There we go.
Three.
Whatever happened to the striking coach you guys used to have over there? He went off on me too. He went off on a lot of people. But whatever happened to that guy? Why? What's the real
Frank?
Yeah, Frank. Are you still friendly with him, or?
I don't talk to Frank.
Did he lose his mind, or what?
Didn't work out. What's that?
Did he lose his mind or something? It looked like he went apeshit or something. Like it went crazy on social media.
Yeah, he's a military vet, and he's going through some things, and I think that's the real reason it led to going down that path. But he made some decisions that weren't the greatest, and people didn't agree with him, and he didn't agree with that. So It just kind of, I think it was best for him to find a new place, and he kind of burned the bridge here, I think. So
man, oh man, yeah, he went out gunslinging. I was like, oh my god, I got a little sarcastic with him on social. Maybe I shouldn't have. But speaking of people losing their money, yeah, I don't know. I got a diarrhea of the mouth. Social media. I mean, speaking of people that go crazy, did you see Stephan Bonner? Did you see the video circulating around about him?
I have not.
Oh man, if you have a chance, go check. I'm not gonna play. I played it earlier on a previous stream. Check out his last 2 uploads on Instagram. I mean, Hall of Famer, was in one of the best fights of all time, and now he's like lost his shit, like completely lost his mind.
Was it because of everything that's going on right now?
I don't. Man, I think he's a junkie now, to be honest. He's screaming about pain meds and stuff. He's at a hospital. The cops are trying to calm him down, and he's going nuts. He's also doing wrestling as well, like backyard wrestling and stuff like that. So who knows if he got CTE or some shit, or maybe it's both. I don't know.
Wow.
What do you think about CTE? Do you think that's like a real thing? Like, I mean, like within the mixed martial arts world, are you worried about something like that?
It's definitely a real thing. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, if your fighting style is to get beat up every fight, I would be worried about it. You see the guys that like to brawl every fight, and there's got to be brain damage damn near every fight, taking hundreds of strikes to the head. And obviously that's not my style. I'm a wrestler. I like to get my head out of the way, clinch up as soon as possible, turn it into more of a wrestling, throw a few blows here and there, a fight like that. So I feel like my style will prevent me from having a lot of brain damage in the future. But really it takes 1 or 2 good hits, and that could really mess you up.
It is scary.
It's part of the sport,
Yeah, it is scary. When we actually had Bruce Buffer on, and we were talking about like things that should be legal and illegal, and Bruce is basically like, this is what everyone signs up for. It's a brutal combat sport, and people know what they're getting into. And then you see, what about the injury with Khalil Roundtree? Did you see that that finish that happened in the last event where he
oblique kick? Yeah, beautiful. That was beautiful.
Now, all right, you're the perfect person to talk to, because every time I think oblique, I think Jackson Wink. I think Jackson Wink likes to go for that over there. It's legal. It's completely legal. And honestly, I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. I mean, if you could do all these other crazy moves, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you can kick somebody in the head, why can't you kick them in the leg?
Okay.
But it's something where these other gyms need to train how to defend it. There's a way to defend it. I get kicked with them all the time in training by badass dudes. So it's like you got to know how to take it to and be aware of it and see when it's coming.
Yeah, it's funny. I know I could see both sides of the situation. I saw some fighters come out on social media saying, "Hey, man, they got to do something about this." But here with you guys, it's basically like, no, this is legal. It's fair game. So you're saying in practice, like say if you're sparring or training or whatever, someone will throw that kick while you guys are. Wow, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. It got thrown on me yesterday, actually, and obviously it's not as brutal, not as hard, but they still get thrown, and you learn how to deal with them.
There you go. I think Khalil Roundtree is catching a little bit of unnecessary heat too. It's kind of wild how people are dumping on the poor guy.
Yeah, people are so sensitive about shit and whatever. That was a beautiful technique, and I guarantee you every fighter wishes they could land that and stop a fight that way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's highlight reel.
Do you think, would you go for something like that? Maybe Kuti Laba split his leg in half backwards? What do you think?
I would love to do that to him.
Maybe break his leg over in half and then bash him over the head with it? What do you think?
Yeah. Oblique kick, break the kneecap, break the leg, and then kick him in the head.
Man,
as he's going.
That sounds good. See, what do you think, Jess?
Do you ever feel?
Oh, hold on a second.
Sorry, I left, so my mic was off. Do you ever feel bad about if you do break an opponent's, ligament or bone or whatever? Does that ever make you feel bad down the road?
No, because I've had plenty of broken bones, and like I said, it's part of the sport. So
yeah,
it's something you almost got to be ready for when you go into any fight. You're probably going to get hurt.
Yeah.
At some way or another. You're probably going to go out of that fight with a little bit of an injury.
Right.
So your record, your resume is still pretty damn good. 12-5-0. I know things haven't really gone your way. The Anthony Smith fight kind of bugged me a little bit because he slipped in, right? He came in on short notice. You really didn't have a chance to train for the freaking guy, and I just felt it was a bad situation for you. Were you reluctant on taking that fight, or you like, I'm taking whoever?
No, I really like the fight.
Okay.
And Anthony Smith fight, it's a fight I think I can definitely win. There was a lot going on at the time. I lost my mother-in-law the week before, and there was a lot of changes to the card. You know, the main event, 5 rounds. So I don't think I was quite ready for that whole situation at the time, and I definitely wasn't as focused as I could be. I tried to play it off, and I started decently. You know, it came out quick, but it was just something was a little off in that fight. It just didn't quite. Being in a fight just wasn't. It felt like sparring almost. So like that whole feeling that I usually get wasn't quite there.
Yeah, I've heard that before, where people step in the cage and they just feel like their legs aren't under them, or their mind's not just completely clear and focused. Are you saying those are the things that happened?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't think I was mentally there. Definitely, if I got another shot at him, it'd be a different story, completely. I was going through a lot. Don't mean to make excuses, but you know that's what happened. That was real life in the moment. So like my mother-in-law died, and we chose to stick with the fight, and I didn't go home. My wife had to deal with that on her own, and it was just it was a lot on me. I thought we could do it, and it wasn't quite 100%.
Yeah, that sounds pretty shitty, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's one of those things, you go through it and you learn from it. And now I know maybe how much I can take or how to deal with stuff differently.
Do you think in the future, God forbid, I'm knocking on wood, like say something like that happens again, do you think you would have stepped out if the opportunity presented himself?
I don't know. I go back and forth, and I think, you got to try to always stand by your decision. And we definitely stand by our decision, even though we didn't get the win. It was something my mother-in-law, she wanted me to take the fight. She didn't want me to come home. Wow. She wanted me to take the fight. My family, this is our life. Me fighting is a huge part of our life, and there's a lot that goes, a lot of sacrifice that goes along with it, and everybody's all in.
So the main event, it's got 2 guys who gave you a blemish on the record with Ryan Spann and Anthony Smith. I think Anthony Smith's going to get smashed. I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts here, but I think Ryan Spann's. I mean, you would know better than anyone. You face both guys. Who do you think has a better shot getting the job done in the main event?
It depends on how well they game plan. I think it could go either way. If Anthony's actually a decent wrestler, so I found out after our fight.
Oh, get out of here!
But because I guess he used to wrestle and everything like that. But if he can get in on Spann and take Spann down, I think he has a good chance of winning. At range, I'm not sure. That might turn into a little bit of a brawl. Ryan Spann's got pretty good power in his hands. I know that. He caught me with a good left, and that led for him to choke me out. So,
are they on your hit list as rematches over here, both boys?
Oh, fuck yeah. Everybody that I've lost to is on my hit list. Any of those fights, I think I could have won any of them. It's just, simple mistakes, little simple mistakes that I made, and lost a little bit of focus during some of these fights, and now they're all at the top, and now I gotta chase them down.
With Johnny Bones Jones out of the mix, the division's really up for grabs. I know Jan Blachowicz looks very good, but I'm making this crazy pick that Glover is going to beat him. 42 years old, Glover Teixeira is going to get the job done. Do you think Glover has any shot?
He has a shot for sure, but I think Jan will do it.
Okay.
Just because of the Jan style. Jan's very patient, and a lot of times when people fight Glover, they get a little impatient, and that's when he usually wins. He just outlasts them. But Jan being very patient, and all of his success in the last few years, I think will come to play a big part in this fight.
If anyone know, you face Jan as well. I'm looking at the losses, and they're all like savages. It's kind of crazy. There's no like bum. I'm waiting for the bum loss on your.
But here's my question: And it's kind of controversial, and I already know like Chubbs and certain people in the chat are not into it. But if Izzy ever moved back up to light heavyweight and you fought Israel Adesanya, how do you think that would go?
He would fuck up Izzy. He would fuck him up.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm just going based off of what Jan did to Izzy. He's great at middleweight, but at light heavy, it's questionable.
Yeah, he would get wrestle fucked for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But do you think
that I can? So
do you think he would
What's that?
improve his ground game though after the last fight at light heavy?
I'm sure he's worked on it for sure, but
Yeah.
you just can't teach him that stuff. He's a striker,
Yeah.
and definitely I would not want to stand the feet with him for 5 rounds. But I like my chances of, being able to toe around him and get in on my shot and control the fight.
Yeah.
He's still a pretty skinny dude, and I train with guys that are 250 plus. Maybe some, from 200 to 300 pounds are the guys that I train with. So it's like when you're used to training with that, a guy, and these guys I train with also have range and also are very good at striking.
Right.
So it's, it's something I think I could definitely handle, and I wouldn't turn it down.
Have you ever seen the size of this man's thighs? Have you ever seen him? I mean, his thigh is the size of my chest. Like, it's kind of crazy. You think Israel Adesanya's going to stop his takedown? Come on, Jesse. Sorry. I apologize for my co-host here. She's out of
It is
control.
an interesting thing to think about. Like, I mean,
yeah.
there is every possibility that Izzy does go back up to light heavy and tries again. Like he's already talked about the possibility of doing it again. So, I mean, you at light heavy and, fighting these top tier guys, it is something to consider. Like, how does that fight go down? I don't know. To me, it's fascinating.
Israel Adesanya might wait around a little bit. Devin Clark goes on his revenge tour to the belt.
Yeah.
Gets the belt, and then Izzy fights Devin for the title, right?
There we go.
Is that the plan?
Revenge tour. I like that revenge tour. That's a good.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
We're live with Devin Clark. He's got a big fight. Co-main event, Ian Cutelaba. It should be fire. Very much so looking forward to this fight coming up. And Devin he's saying carnage is going to be happening. I think it might be one of the more exciting fights on the card. And the card is pretty stacked, so definitely tune into this thing. Devin, John Jones going up to heavyweight. Is John going to fight ever again? Is it going to happen?
I believe so. I mean, he's definitely training and everything, so putting the size on the right way. And I don't think the UFC, they like to get their way, but there's no way they don't have John Jones back.
Yeah.
What do you think about this heavyweight mishmash of them throwing Cyril Gane in the mix, Derek Lewis, that whole interim title? I know John's getting ready and bulking up, but what do you think about this whole thing with Francis Ngannou? Are they doing him dirty?
Yeah, I think that was just kind of pressure John and Francis. Just kind of show them, okay, we're going to take the control out of your hands. Let's create an interim title for no reason, just so you can kind of sew that up, and that's the guy. So I don't know. The UFC is smart though. They know what they're doing. They do everything for a reason, and I'm sure it's going to play out pretty big. Whether it's Cyril Gane or Francis that John fights, I think either one's a pretty big fight. And I think Dana was talking about going over to France to fight.
Wow.
And I think they're both, Ngannou and Cyril are from there.
Yeah, that'd be fireworks.
Yeah, and I know Ngannou for sure. I don't know about Gane, but I know Ngannou is.
It's kind of wild, right? 2 former training partners going at it, and Gane looks very scary. Who do you think would be a better matchup for John Jones?
I think that's kind of, when I look at both of them, they're both big, scary strikers, and I don't know much about their ground game and stuff like that, but everybody knows John can wrestle too.
You're trying not to dig a grave. I have an answer.
What?
I have an answer. I do.
What's your answer?
I honestly think Gane is a better matchup for Jones.
Really?
I truly believe it. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. It's just stylistically, I just feel like they're a better matchup. Not that he can't beat Francis Ngannou. I mean, it's entirely possible. I'm just saying, like, as far as a better matchup is concerned, I think Cyril Gane is probably a better matchup.
Would you pick Francis over John Jones?
I don't know. I don't know who I would pick in that fight.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Very interesting. How do you pick against John Jones? He's never really lost,
Yeah, well, we've never seen him at heavyweight. That's the thing. And it's not like at any fight at light heavyweight, I would immediately pick John Jones. But at heavyweight, it's a different question because we've never seen him before. So.
Is he just pounding cheeseburgers in the locker room? Like, how is he bulking up?
Yeah, cheeseburger. No. So I'm sure you've seen on like Instagram and social media and stuff. He brought in some trainers, some world-class trainers, and they're doing a really good job of getting him, ready for heavyweight. And he's looking good.
Yeah.
Would you ever go up to heavyweight?
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Give me about 5 years. I want to win the light heavyweight belt first, and then I'm 31 right now, so yeah, 35, 36, probably looking like heavyweight.
If you go to heavyweight, how big are your thighs going to be, Devin? I mean, Jesus Christ, how do you walk through a door?
I know, right?
Why are you so obsessed with his thighs?
They're tremendous. I got
weird.
I got chicken legs. Like my legs.
That's
like,
why, because
my legs are so
legs.
skinny. It's ridiculous. You want to see? Look at these legs. Check these things out.
This is why he's obsessed with your legs.
I got the skinniest legs you could possibly have on a man. Like John Jones' legs look fantastic next to mine. I have sexier legs than her.
Actually, like, I get that a lot from men.
Yeah.
Sometimes from women, but mostly from men talking about my legs. So that's not uncommon.
I believe that men bodybuild for other men. I think girls don't give a shit. She's with me. I have no idea why, right? Clearly she's blind, but guys get all shredded up so they could check each other out and be like, yeah, nice job,
Yeah, it makes sense.
I thought about that in the shower too, Devin. Is that weird?
No, it's just a thought. As long as it's just a thought. I mean, you did say it out loud now, so it's a little different, but.
Shit. Oh, shit, Devin. What are we going to do, man? Anyway. All right, so let's stop harassing you here. So any predictions? I mean, you're saying you're going to beat the man, right? You're going to break his leg in half. Like, what is this series? So, do you have a round or something? How are you going to go about this, or are we going to have to tune in?
Just have to tune in and see what happens. Don't get me wrong. He's a super tough guy. He's resilient. He's been in the UFC for a while. He's got power. He's got speed. He's one of the more athletic guys in the division. But with that being said, I'm better at all those things. Mm-hmm. I think I can deliver the pressure, the power, the speed a little bit better than he can and before he can.
So I got a couple of dopey questions I want to pull from the chat, and then we'll let you go. I really appreciate you coming on short notice. Some of these guys are tough to get a hold of, we have a friend, William Knight, who is actually in your weight class. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Mr. Muscles over there. I know him for a long time, and I actually really like the guy. But William Knight, stop ghosting me, buddy. He doesn't like to do interviews. What's up with this guy, man? Are you going to fight him?
Why do some
you might
fighters
have to beat him up for me.
Some fighters, they like to do interviews, and some fighters completely stay away from it. It's really bizarre.
See, I'm like at a crossroads with the interviews. I don't mind them. I usually just do them during fight time, or like right before the fights and stuff like that. Kind of helps get in the mindset. And if he's taking a break, I think he just had a big win.
Yes.
But yeah, I would love to beat his ass too.
Oh, William Knight.
Oh, William.
I hope you're listening.
Now you better come on, motherfucker. Oh man, what do you think about William?
He's probably listening right now, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna come on the show next time."
Yeah, put those weights down, buddy. Okay. So
but no, I mean, he's a big, strong guy, and he's definitely has the ability to knock me out for sure. But he just reminds me of kind of Alonzo Manningfield a little bit. Mm-hmm. He's a first round. I think he's a first round guy, probably a little more athletic. But yeah, I mean, I like good fights. I like tough fights. I want to beat the toughest guys. He's a scary looking dude, so would love to fight him one day.
We keep talking about that'd be a great matchup.
Yeah.
Like maybe because we know both of you guys, but William he's one of these guys. I've seen him get beat up for 3 rounds and then knock someone's head off in the 3rd round.
Yeah, at like the final moment.
He's got insane stamina and strength. It's pretty freakish.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a good fighter.
Interesting. All right, so now we got that out of the way.
But who wins?
Well, I mean,
I win. I'm not gonna go against myself. Fuck that.
You go, William Knight.
I like to ask the hard-hitting questions.
What do you think
big
about?
And strong, but don't get me twisted. I ain't scared.
Yeah.
I like big and strong.
What do you think about Blonde Brunson? What do you think about that? He's unbeatable.
Yeah, Brunson used to train here, so I met him, trained with him a little bit. I like Brunson. Hopefully he gets a shot at the title. And yeah, I would love to see him beat Izzy. That would just be awesome.
Me too. Not her though, but me, I would like to see that. Not her so
You're
much.
not supposed to tell him that.
Whoops.
He's a light heavy. You're not supposed to tell him that.
Yeah. Well, you trained with regular Brunson. Now this is blonde Brunson. I mean, this is on
Blonde
another.
Brunson ain't shit against
This guy is
Izzy.
mythical, man.
Let's be real. Izzy would destroy him like he did the first time around.
Is Darren Till overrated? What would you say?
I don't think he's overrated. I just think he's had some bad luck with injuries and stuff like that. I think he could have chosen his path differently. And that's like you see these guys, they come in the UFC, they have two, three fights, and they go on a run, and then the UFC tries to bump him up right away. I think he got bumped up a little too soon.
Yeah,
I
agree.
He had a big win over was it Wonder Boy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonder
was
Boy,
close,
and then,
yeah.
It was controversial though. Yeah.
And he missed weight that fight.
Yeah.
People forget.
What's that?
He missed weight that fight too, as well. Till.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fat bastard.
But yeah, I think he could have chose a little bit different path. He fought pretty tough dudes, pretty early in his UFC career.
If you had to name one fighter, the most overrated fighter in the UFC roster, who would it be?
Be careful.
Put you on the spot.
Shit, I don't know.
Who's one guy that is like, this guy? Come on.
Narrow it down to division.
Sean O'Malley?
Nah, he's not the most overrated.
No, he's a little overrated, but he actually has pretty good skill too.
Yeah.
Ready for this? Conor McGregor.
No.
Definitely not.
Okay.
He's the best ever, don't you know?
You think he comes back?
He'll definitely come back. He's too arrogant not to come back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
He'll
you're
lose
right.
10 times in a row and still say he's the best in the world. But I love that about him. That's why I like him.
Yes.
I've got one.
Go ahead.
Bantamweight division, Piotr Jan or Aljamain Sterling.
Oh. I think they're both good.
What was the chuckle, though? There was a chuckle.
I like Sterling, so I'm not going to say too much. I like Sterling. I've met him. He's a cool dude. So,
but you were going to say something.
But he's getting his ass kicked.
I don't know what happens in the rematch. Like,
Yeah.
Peter Jan's, top notch. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, we'll take it. If you have a couple more seconds, I like to pull questions from the chat, and then we'll let you go. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. Devin Clark is live with us. He's fighting Ian Kutilaba. Get your questions in the chat, please. And Devin's always a good sport. I'm glad to have you back on. It's fun chatting with you. All right, here we go. So I see we have an Aljo emoji in our chat. I mean, we've had Aljo on a couple of times. Real nice guy. He won't come on anymore. I think I pissed him off. I don't know. I who knows? But he's a very nice guy. I met him in person. Great guy. And Law MMA. Chris Weidman and Ray Longo over there. Just good people. All right, here we go. Glove Touch wants to know your favorite porn star. You know you're in fight camp. You gotta.
I do not know any porn stars.
Okay, fine. I don't either, actually. Ever since I fell in love, never again. Have you ever done shrooms?
Yeah, I like mushrooms. Usually microdosing though, because I don't like to be totally out of control.
Mm-hmm.
I think like mushrooms are awesome, and it's weird that the UFC, the USADA, they don't test for like mushrooms and acid and stuff like that. And I think it's one thing that's actually a performance enhancer if you use it right.
No kidding.
Yeah, like you microdose, you can kind of take your brain where you want to take your brain with it.
So you and the boys just shrooming it up? What's going on here? I'm actually intrigued by this.
I haven't lately, but I have in past camps and stuff like that, and I'll use it here and there.
Wow.
But it's because like I remember, so at my I did strength and conditioning one day, and we did like the ball drill where you got to catch the balls and stuff like that. The tennis balls, you got to catch the tennis balls from here to there, stuff like that. And so I did it one time, and then I did mushrooms the night before I did it my next time, and I hardly had to look at the ball when I was trying to catch these things. Like it was second nature.
Wow.
And I did the mushrooms the night before, and my mind was just like on point.
No kidding. Wow. You're making me interested in this stuff. I know Mike Tyson. Isn't Mike Tyson, when he's doing his podcast, he's constantly talking about shrooms and stuff. So
DMT, I think.
Is that what it is?
DMT, which is I have not done. I think that's where there's the synthetic form, and then you can also get it from a toad, I think. Wow. I think that's DMT. I might be getting it wrong. Your viewers probably let me know.
They're probably I think my viewers are licking toads' asses right now as they're typing away with some of these comments. So what about CBD? Do you use CBD to like recover and stuff?
Yeah, I use it with my THC. So the THC I get has CBD in it. Mm-hmm. I used to use just CBD, but now they've lightened things up with the marijuana rules for us, so we can actually use marijuana up to the fight now instead of having to quit. Usually I have to quit like 3 weeks out, but now USADA and the Nevada Athletic Commission, they're both on board, so there's no threshold for it now.
It's about time.
They keep bringing it up, but you cannot be high when you're in the cage, though.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be a little rough, right? If you're high while you're fighting.
No, it's not bad.
No?
I've never done it in competition, but obviously in training and stuff like that. And, it's cool in training. I don't think I would want to do it in a fight because there's just too much to risk. You kind of want to be super focused when you're actually in competition, I guess. So.
Okay, who is the coolest guy you ever blazed up with?
The coolest? Shit. I got to think who I blazed up with.
Johnny Bones?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He looks like a fun guy.
He might be at the top. I don't know.
He seems like the most fun guy to party with. Like all joking aside, I say this all the time. Like I say, who would I want to party with? Conor McGregor seems like he has a blast, and John Jones. Like John Jones seems like he just has a good time. And anyone that's ever partied with him says he takes care of you and this and that.
Yeah, he's definitely a fun guy and knows how to party. And like you said, takes care of people around him. In those moments, and make sure everybody's having a good time. And John's actually a super nice guy. So
yeah. Yeah, listen. You're the vessel that got him on our show twice. Split second, but that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate that. I will slip the check in the mail. What about Mike Perry? You ever do any drugs with that guy?
I did not.
No,
I did not smoke with Mike. So yeah, I think we did like half of a camp together. Mm-hmm. We didn't really hang out or nothing like that. So
he seems like he'd be an interesting guy, but he might get into a little bit of trouble with that guy, Mike Perry. No,
he is an interesting. He's just a character, man, and he admits it. He knows it. Like crazy ass dude. It's Mike Perry.
If they pull that fight, people are talking about Darren Till, Mike Perry for the longest time, right? Now with Darren Till kind of taking a skid, Mike Perry on this weird, position in his UFC career. What do you think about throwing that fight together? You think that would be entertaining?
I think that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I mean, why not? They've both had some, I think, recent losses and stuff like that, but that's still an entertaining fight. People are going to tune in to watch that for sure.
I'm going to ask one more question from the chat over here, and I appreciate your time. Carl Grace comes in and says, Devin, what's your take on fighter pay? Is it fair to you? What round are you going to win and how? So let's talk about this fighter pay, because we spoke about the fight. The fighter pay, this is like something that's constantly coming up. Help us out with this.
Well, just like in any other profession, everybody wants to get paid more. We work hard, we do what we're supposed to do, and we should get fair pay for it. And I think we are a little bit underpaid right now. Especially since we don't have benefits and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. If we had benefits and, even a yearly salary, have every fighter at least $100,000 a year, I think that would be more than fair. But it's not. That's just not. It's prize fighting, and I've gone back and forth with it. Like, yeah, then it would kind of feel like a regular job at that point. If we're guaranteed money and stuff like that. That kind of takes half of the stress off of you when you're going into a fight, knowing you're going to get your full paycheck. But having to win for the other half of your paycheck is a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a son of a bitch. Like, that's going to guarantee you fight your ass off and you go for the win. So it's kind of, either way. But definitely hopefully we can get paid a little more here in the near future, especially, the big guys that are bringing in a lot of the money. And you see a lot of lopsided pays in main events, even title fights. One guy's making millions, other guys, maybe clearing $1 million, if that, or 500,000 or something like that. So I think it definitely can be worked on.
It's got to be frustrating when you do see it's so top heavy with the superstars making a boatload of money, and then some of the guys on the undercard like literally in tears just trying to get to that 50K bonus. Like it is kind of heartbreaking to see. I'm not one of those guys running around social media because honestly, everyone deserves more money, like you said. But what about a union, a fighters union? Do you think that would ever come to fruition, or just people wouldn't get on board with that?
I'm sure it will eventually. I don't think I'll see it in my career, but yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know a whole lot about unions, and I know there's a lot more stipulations when you do have unions. Of course, you're going to get more fair treatment and stuff like that, but I know it'll probably change things quite a bit. So I'm kind of on the fence with that, that as well.
Yeah. So now let me just to clear it up. So you guys get no medical, like say if you have to get a physical or something like that, and if it's not UFC related, you have to pay out of pocket? Yeah,
there's no we don't have health coverage really, unless it's like from the fight, get injured in the fight, or they got to do some kind of weird pre-medical thing for the fight. They'll usually pay for it.
See, that's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. That's fucked up. Because I mean, personally, knowing how much medical costs because of just running a business and trying to pay, it's ridiculously expensive here. And you guys, I mean, if it's not happening inside the cage, you got to pay. That's insane, no?
Yeah, it is insane. And I think they're working on it. I heard rumors they're working on it, which would be huge. I mean, just that would be huge. Yeah. Because I know there's a lot of fighters that just don't have insurance.
That's
which
wild.
Is, pretty rough because insurance is super expensive, just stupid expensive. So yeah, I think that's at least that needs to be addressed. Even if we had kept the same pay, but they had benefits and stuff for us, that'd be a huge step up.
If Dana White was staring at the screen right now and you could look him right in the eyes, what would you say? What would be one thing you would say to Dana White? Like something you just had to get off your chest.
I would tell him, thank you for having me in the UFC. It sounds like just a safe answer, right? But no, being a UFC fighter has changed my life. I never even thought, I didn't know I had the potential to be in the UFC, and especially during the whole COVID thing and everybody was on quarantine, we were the only ones fucking working. And that's, Dana White fought for that. So I respect Dana White quite a bit. He's a businessman at the end of the day. He's going to make business decisions, and I know not everybody's going to agree with it, but he kept me working, and I know I made some good money while everybody else was struggling because of the whole COVID thing and quarantine, and I got to keep working.
Absolutely. This is the argument I have with people a lot about Dana White. Whether you like him or not, the guy knows what he's doing. And sometimes he's more entertaining than the fights. Like, I tune into the post-fight press conferences because I want to see what Dana's got to say. He is literally the UFC. When I think the UFC, I think Dana White. I couldn't even imagine the sport without him at top head. So you would say Dana is doing a good job?
Yeah, I think he's doing a good job. And hopefully he is trying to work on, making it a little bit better for us and a little easier for us so we can really focus that much more when we're not, when we're not actually in the cage in the off season or in between fights where us and our families, we don't have to struggle as much or stress as much. We can, focus just on becoming a better fighter and delivering those high quality fights.
You hear that, you pink fuck? All right, I let Dana know for you. Devin Clark, I am looking forward to this fight. I'm going to be rooting you on like a little schoolgirl next Saturday. I'm really pumped up about this, and I wish you the best of luck. I appreciate you coming on. And if there's any last words you'd like to give to the community or to sponsors, now's the time to do it.
I just want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. I'm sure I'll be back on the show again, but it's always fun and it's always a good time. The questions weren't as bad tonight as they have been before. I was ready for it, but I know you guys are crazy as shit, and that's why I keep coming back.
All right, one more question. I asked you last time, fuck, marry, kill, the people were in your gym. I am not going to do that this time because that was wrong. Okay. All right? I don't want to know if you're going to have sex with Holly Holm and, listen. All right. Ready? Fuck, marry, kill. Chris Cyborg, Amanda Nunes, Kayla Harrison.
I'm not answering that.
Oh, come on, Devin. I was thinking about this myself.
I know Nunez, so
okay.
I know Nunez and her, so it'd be disrespectful of me to answer that question.
So marry her. Marry Amanda Nunes. Now, who are we killing? Who are we having sex with and who you... Because Amanda, you marry her, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so who's dying?
Harrison.
So you're going to have sex with Chris Cyborg, you sick fuck. All right, Devin, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it, my friend.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, good luck, and we'll talk to you after the fight. How's that sound?
Absolutely, sounds great.
All right, thank you, and wonderful, wonderful. Devin Clark live on the MMA-Holes. That's right. What a show tonight. What a way to start it off. My God. Devin was great. Absolutely great. What do you think, Jesse? Devin kills it again, and we're not even in a room. Like, what the hell is going on?
I missed the last part of the... Well, I didn't miss it. I watched it, but I couldn't be in it because, I thought it would be unprofessional to bring this gem, this bundle of joy onto our interview. So... but it was a good interview. I thought it was fantastic.
Devin's awesome. He's like one of the nicest guys, seriously, and one of the first UFC fighters we've ever had on the show. And we wish him the best of luck, man. Yeah. The guy's got that wrestling background. He's got some heavy hands. I think he beats Cody Laba. I think he can get it done. Listen, this man's on a skid, Mr. Moldova over here, the Hulk. He's been exposed. He can be beaten. I think Devin Clark can get it done here. I didn't like the Smith fight, though. I said that when we were live during that. I was a little weary about that one.
Yeah.
But Devin says he gets the rematch. What do you think?
I believe it.
Okay. What do you think in the chat?
Alex Brown, I'll tell you what. I just got done telling Moss. I've been obsessed with body armor lately. I have no idea what it is. So shout out to you, man, for drinking body armor, too. I don't know why. I've been drinking it religiously lately. Devin Clark is cool, says Aunt Ann. He is pretty chill, says Noah Man. Carl Grace is wonderful, wonderful. Levi Lindsay says, my boy Ryan Spann from BMT, Texas, got his number before Smith's fight, though.
That's true. Yeah, listen, I think Ryan Spann beats Smith. I do. I think Ryan Spann beats Smith. Spann is a scary dude, man.
What's up, Lizard King? How's it going? I actually saw you earlier, Lizard King.
Lizard King, yes.
In ARIEL HELWANI's chat.
All right, let me know in the chat with the WWs if you're going to be rooting for Mr. Clark.
I'm going to be super unprofessional for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Can you hold her for 2 minutes? I just have to put some things away. I promise this is not a regular
Put some things
occurrence.
away? What are you putting away?
Some things just...
There you go, baby. A little baby.
2 seconds.
Ellie's here. Look at the baby. Oh, the baby's here. Ellie. So if you're just jumping in, we had Devin Clark on fighting in the co-main event against Eden Cody Laba. I got to be honest with you, I'm more excited about that one than the main event. So I'm pumped up about that. We tried to get him on a couple of times in between, and I don't know, miscommunication or whatever. So it was nice to touch base with him. And what about him saying William Knight? He would fight William Knight. That might be something. Listen, not impossible. If, knock on wood, Devin wins this next fight. But if he doesn't, and Williams going up and Devin's kind of in limbo, that fight could actually go down. I could actually see that happening. So that'd be pretty wild. We got to get William on. William's got to stop ducking us. Come back on the show and talk about it. But so this weekend, friends, we're not even tossing it back and forth. We're doing it. We're doing it. Donald Trump is going to be there. He's going to be giving his opinion on the situation with Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort, Anderson Silva, and Tito Ortiz. That is happening in boxing. The boxing world. Triller. Oh no, you don't care about that, Ellie? Oh, you want to stand? Ellie's all into standing now. Look at her. Look at those powerful legs. Oh, you got COVID? She's coughing.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Uncle Mike.
Happy birthday, Pale Monkey. Monkey. You're a WWE-Holes. Hope you have 420 day.
That's right. Pale Monkey's birthday, mañana. Happy pre-birthday. And thank you, Mike H., for the wonderful donation. That was very nice of you. Appreciate that, my friend. So Ellie does this thing now where she doesn't have a cough, but she knows that she can cough. So she just goes, right? What's that about, Ellie? Who do you think's going to win? Evander Holyfield or Vitor Belfort? Let's see what Ellie thinks. Okay, go ahead. What do you think? Holyfield or Belfort? Anything? Got anything for us? No? Holyfield or Belfort? Who do you think's going to win? Let the people know. Stage fright? Okay. She don't have an answer for you. Who do you think in the chat? But yeah, Trump's going to be there. They tagged him on, so old president hanging with the boys. And that's going to be such a cluster. It's going to be funny though. I think it's going to be a funny night. So tune in Saturday night. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll be discussing the craziness. But I'm kind of torn. Like, I was watching, I think Belfort's still going to win. I was watching Evander Holyfield. He's in great shape. I was watching him hit pads, and he's still, he's got the technique, but he looked really, like, incredibly slow. Now, I don't know if he was just doing that for the video cameras, but Evander looking old out there. It looks great shape, but just, I don't know, it looks a little sluggish. So I'm going to have to go with TRT Vitor. I'm just going to go with it. Let me know in the chat who you have. When she starts talking, it's going to be funny. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to have some good... I did it with my nephews, too. Had them do fight picks. We might do Ellie's fight picks. I was thinking about that. Happy birthday, Pale, says Uncle Gozarian. Can't wait, says Noah Man. TRT for sure. How old is bro? 60? I feel ya. I think he's 58. Yeah, so pretty much 60. Holyfield for the win. I mean, Holyfield should win. But he is 58, and he's old. I mean, he's an old man. You're going to get the DT stream or the... It's going to be a surprise. We're going to order it through the dark web. Although, if you want to order it, Fight TV, use our link in the description. Holyfield for the win, says Rosie O'Donnell. Slow with power, old power, says Snake Bacon with the drool. What color are the eyes, says D-Rest. Whose eyes? Oh, her eyes? Ellie's got blue. She got blue eyes. Well, mom and dad's got blue. So, she's the same. But you know what? We got, like, hints of green in our eyes, so you might not see it. Yeah, like mine. I have hints of green in my eyes, too. Jesse has a hint, so it might look... our eyes might look black because we got the green screen going. Like demons, like a family of demons. Let me see. Does it pop up? Yeah, see? Like, you see, like, the blue in the background? Yeah, so the green in her eyes are... becoming transparent. My eyes are transparent. So yeah. What's up, Alaska? Brandon? Appreciate the company. Appreciate you stopping by. And like we said, if you missed the Devin Clark interview, Devin Clark was on talking about his co-main event fight, and it was pretty wonderful.
Was that 2 minutes?
I think so.
Oh man, I'm a professional.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a quick word from our sponsors, and then we're going to get into some news. How's that sound? Okay. How's that sound, friends? A quick word from our sponsors, and then we go into the news, so hang in there. Make sure you hit the like button, ya fooks. All right, hit the Fugan likes. Hit them. Destroy them. Hit them. I am looking for. I don't know. I am all in. I am a sucker for these ridiculous boxing matches. I'm in.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm in. I don't know what it is. It's the only way you can get me to watch boxing. Devin Clark said he'd be interested in it. Jess, what do you think? Devin Clark versus Jake Paul down the road?
Love it.
Maybe that'll happen?
Love it.
All right. Let me stop this real quick.
It's hot in here, right, Moss?
It's hot in her. It is. All right. That post is pretty cool, though. I like that Smith spam poster that they popped up. All right. Let's get into the news. Let's jump into the news over here. Make sure you smash the like button, friends. And, yeah, let's do it. By the way, it looks like they're trying to target Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. That's the rumblings before the year is up. So, if you care about Jake Paul, Tommy Fury, first actual boxer, considering, I mean, he doesn't have that many boxing fights, but he is an actual boxer, so that might be his first one. So what do you think about that in the chat? Hey, Ellie. Ellie's ready for the news. All right.
All right. The medical suspensions from this past weekend's UFC Vegas 36 card.
Yes.
Darren Till.
This kid is so spoiled. She just wants to be held. But then when she's held... What? I know.
No, you know what it is. She's strapped in now.
Well, you're throwing yourself all over the place.
She doesn't want to be strapped in because she wants to roll out of her swing again.
It's a family show, guys. It was I don't know. It's an inappropriate family show. Let's just call it. You guys moved to a cabin? Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yes.
That's our little cabin. We got the fireplace. Well, we got a bunch of logs before the show.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Clayton.
If Tito misses weight, which he will the fight still go on? And what are the punishments of missing weight in that match? And thank God flapping mouth ARIEL HELWANI has been removed. Reminded me of a Jewish Pac-Man.
So there are different backgrounds, and thank you, Clayton. On the Wednesday show, this is our background over here. Okay, this is we're in our cabin. You know, got the computer open over there. Hope it doesn't run out of power. And then the Monday show, ARIEL is in the background. The MMA Hour, the MMA-Holes Hour, we have a lot of history. By the way, I did notice, and thank you again, Clayton. Thank you, Uncle Mike, for the donation. ARIEL HELWANI, Brendan Schaub, the saga continues. I don't know do you have anything on that?
Yeah, no, I don't have anything. There wasn't really anything written on it, but
Woo!
just watch the ARIEL HELWANI show and you'll see.
It's like a soap opera between those two fools. Oh, Jesse's got the package too. I don't know if that's Drunk's package.
Oh, where did I put that motherfucker?
Well, maybe we should just read the news, and we'll just do that at the end of the show. Yeah, we'll do that at the end of the show.
Well, let's just do it now.
No, do it because if she starts going crazy, we won't get the news. So give me the news, and then the package could... she's just going to open it now. So what's going to happen, she's going to open the package, the baby's going to go berserk. And then the news gets half-assed by me.
Oh, Drunk sandwich. The little elephant.
Oh.
It's a security blanket, Moss.
Oh.
That's exactly what she needs because she's going through her regression right now.
An elephant.
Yes.
Was that the one with the little tail on it?
Tail?
Yeah, it's got like a little cape. Elephant with a cape.
Oh,
right?
oh, like the one we have?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's
I think
find
that's the
out.
elephant with the cape. The kids love that. Those elephants with capes.
Let's find
Right?
out.
It's got a cape. There it is. All right, the cape. But this is a bumpy. This one has an STD, so this one's even better. Drunk. Why are you giving my baby an elephant with an STD?
This one has texture, so she might like it more.
Yeah. All right, we'll test it out.
Yeah.
So thank you, Drunk. Appreciate
Here,
that.
you want to try?
Yeah, we actually told the people at the UPS store.
Oh, what is that?
We told she just threw it at the baby.
I didn't throw it at the baby. I threw it in her lap.
We told the people at the UPS store, can you give us alerts? So we know the last like 4 packages, we didn't get any alerts. So now they set it up, so we'll know. Okay.
All right. So news: UFC Vegas 36 this past weekend. There's some updates on that. Darren Till, Paddy Pimblett potentially out for 6 months with injuries.
So Darren Till, apparently he did have that torn ACL, but he's still been pretty silent.
Yeah, so it says Darren Till's latest loss could keep him out of action until next year. Derek Brunson defeated Till by third-round submission to cap off a dominant performance in the main event of UFC Vegas 36 this past Saturday. It was the 5th straight win for Brunson and the 4th loss in 5 fights for Till. According to the official list of medical suspensions acquired by MixedMartialArts.com, Till is facing a potential 6-month medical suspension due to facial injuries suffered in the fight.
Wait, what about the freaking ACL?
Till requires a CT scan and clearance from the ENT, eye, nose, and throat doctor to avoid being on the shelf until March 4th. Other fighters from Saturday's card listed as potentially being out for 6 months are Tom Aspinall for the right hand, Alex Moreno for the left knee, David Zawada for the nose, Khalil Rountree left hand, Modestas Bukauskas for the nose and left knee, Patty Pimblett for the right thumb, Molly McCann for her hands, and Jack Shore for his left shoulder.
Okay, alrighty. What else we have in the news?
Joe Rogan is threatening to sue CNN for COVID horseplay, saying they're making shit up.
Wait, hold on. I listened to that clip.
Yes.
He's not threatening anybody.
Well, according to Bloody Elbow.
Bloody Elbow is a rag.
It's actually SB Nation, MMA Mania.
Yeah, SB Nation, Bloody Elbow, the whole fucking, that little fucking zit on the fucking Vox cheek. They're like, are they kidding me? I listened to it. He's not threatening anybody. What the fuck?
According to Jesse Holland of MMA Mania.
Oh, these people need to get a life.
Joe Rogan is not horsing around with CNN. The UFC color commentator and wildly...
What the... Did you guys listen to this clip?
And wildly successful podcaster was recently criticized by Dr. Jonathan Jonathan Reiner, who told CNN host Don Lemon that Rogan was promoting a crazy jumble of folk remedies and internet prescribed drugs. Rogan, under the consultation of his American doctor, used a combination of ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, and monoclonal antibodies, along with an NAD and vitamin C drip to help combat his case of COVID.
Yeah, he was horsing around saying like it's ridiculous what they're reporting, and then he cleared it up. He made a joke about suing him, but the way they're making it sound like what the fuck?
He said, bro, do I have to sue CNN? They're making shit up. They keep saying, okay.
I told you, don't open the damn package. Anyway, who cares? It's a lie. It's a fucking lie. Unless you imagine he does sue CNN, that'd be hilarious.
What the heck are you whining about?
She just wants to be held so she could cry again.
You are such a little spoiled rat,
This kid's got it made. Anyone want to be a nanny? A show nanny? An MMA hole nanny? Taking applications for MMA hole nannies? Maybe when fighters retire from their jobs, maybe we can hire them to be nannies. She's hungry? Oh, she got to take a shit. Anyway. These freaking, the media, man, so effed up. So effed, like, the headlines are so outlandish. Now it'd be funny if Joe does sue him, and I'm like, "Whoops, I was wrong." But I didn't catch that from the. Did you guys catch that from the interview? Like he was gonna actually sue him, or like what the fuck? Drunk Savage is always drunk. Joke Rogan. Mainstream news media has gone to shit. Well, Bloody Elbow is it's like the New York Post. Bloody Elbow is just kind of like they're just looking for clicks. There is no shame in their game. Sometimes they have some funny headlines, but. It's like The Onion. Felony would make a great... Yeah, imagine Felony coming over. How about Devin? He's doing shrooms and shit. That's pretty wild. I kind of dig it, though. That's kind of cool. Kudos to determination. Me. I be MMA hole nanny. And would be a wonderful, wonderful nanny. That's be for sure. That's one motivated some beach. It was hypothetical joke for the audacity that CNN had. Exactly. Like, what the fuck? And the writer knew that. They just wanted to get some clicks. Number one bullshit.
This is number one bullshit.
I can't believe Devin Clark would have sex with Chris Cyborg. This is wild. I still can't get that out of my mind. Like Felony. Yeah, Felony would be great. But were they parking lot shrooms? That's a good question. I should have asked him if he would have done that. He was kidding. Not that it couldn't happen, says ROUSEY. I mean, yeah. Maybe if he gets enough buzz about it, and people keep on saying he should do it. But could you imagine? Joe Rogan's like, he's got so much fucking money now. The dude even said, like, when he had COVID, luckily I had a big house. I was like, man, dude, no shame in his house game. He's like, luckily I had a big house so I can go to the other wing and keep the infection away from my family. I'm sitting there like, this smug fuck. But yeah, he's got fuck you money. You can't hate on the guy for that. But if he's sued with fuck you money, it's just like, what the fuck? Unless he donated all that money to charity, like he sued CNN and then donated it to Fox.
Wonderful, wonderful.
He didn't want Cyborg to pull a Megan Anderson on him. Oh, man. Easy money for them reaching motherfuckers. All right. How many people in the chat are on shrooms right now? Let me know. Let's go into the next story. As we have Molly McCann explains emotional reaction to 50K bonus. I come from nothing. Yeah, she was very emotional. You want to see it? I think the Mac Life did on this one, too. I come from fucking nothing. Whoops. Here she is. Here's the meatball. This is the meatball finding out. Now, it was kind of wild how Devin was speaking about fighter pay. Now, fighter pay, everyone can agree is low, right? We could all agree on that. But the fact that they don't get medical is just nuts. It's just nuts because, like, they got to pay their camp, the trainers, their nutritionists, or whoever gets them in that cage. And then on top of it, they got to pay their freaking medical bills and just like their actual, like, that's nuts. Does Mystic Roots sell shrooms too? I know they sell CBD. I know for a fact that, but if Mystic Roots is in the chat, they can elaborate on a bunch of things, but I know they have some, what's it called? What's the shit that's in marijuana? The hell, THC. Thank you. I know they have some THC stuff, but I don't know the logistics. You're gonna have to ask them. Here's the meatball. Look at me phone. I came from nothing.
Nice that, you know.
Nice that, yeah. Look at me phone. I came from nothing.
I've just got face of the night.
I just got the fight of the night. I got the fucking fight of the night. I came from nothing. Rags to fucking riches.
Nice that, you know.
Good for her. I never thought she would have got the bonus, you know? I'm glad she got the win. You know, she deserved it, but I didn't think anything about that deserved the fight, fight bonus, and good for her. She must have been shocked, right?
I've just got face of the night.
I just got the fight of the night. Meatballs for everybody. And here I am wondering why some fighters won't come on the show. It's all in good fun. We're just having some fun. Good for her. And then you have this guy getting.
Hey Tom, you got performance of the night.
Oh, I got fight of the night, yeah.
Yes. Did I really? Oh, ring your mum.
And here come the tears, man. Tears of joy. I think the funniest part is like when he did the post-fight press conference and let's see if they have it here. I tell you what, the Mac Life does a pretty good job on their Instagram. Think about it. They were like Conor McGregor's Dingleberry for a little while, and then all of a sudden they became a reputable media source. I can't find the Aspinall thing. But anyway. Okay. What else we got here? Triller Fight Club releases new poster for a Legends 2 event with Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort. Let's check it out. Meatballs for everyone. You like that? 50K worth of meatballs for everybody. Oh, I think we clicked on this before, and I don't see any freaking poster. Where's the poster? Let's see. Do they have it on Twitter? Is this the poster? Oh, this is it. right? This is the shit. I guess this is it, which is kind of whack, right? If this is on the Fight TV. Fucking Trump. Fucking Trump's there too. Oh God, what is going on? I really hope Snoop is still a part of this thing. That'd be nuts with Snoop and Trump on the mic. Or maybe Snoop is busy and they brought in the former prez. But yeah, Chubbs made a good point that Snoop wasn't a big fan of Donald Trump. But who knows, man? The election's over and everything like that. Money talks. But there's Trump. Shitty poster, right? It's pretty bad. I think this is their actual poster because it's on the Fight TV. Like to order the pay-per-view because of course we ordered it. Snoop was a fan back then. I think Snoop, I'm almost positive he was on The Apprentice. Wasn't he on The Celebrity Apprentice? Or he had some sort of connection with them. So, like I said, money talks. Politics goes out the window when it comes to money. But, yeah, there he is, the boss, the Don. The Don. It's going to be great. Trump's going to be like, he's going to strike first like I did against the... Hold on, I lost you again. Fucking chat. I keep losing it. Against the deep state... Some might say the best strike ever. Beautiful strike. Snoop loves gun regulations and LGBT stuff, says Uncle Boss. Like I said, politics right out the window when it comes to money. It's Trilla, what did you expect? No, well, I hope Trump like raps or something, spits a freestyle. Or if they put Trump on the play-by-play, which would be amazing. If Trump did the blow for blow commentary while doing blow off the desk. I'm watching. Not because of Trump, though. I can't say like, oh, Trump's going to be there, I'm going to buy the pay-per-view. That's not why I'm watching. You know, I think it's funny. Like, I love Trump on The Apprentice. I thought he was hilarious on The Apprentice. So, should add an extra dimension to this. I guess Pete Davidson was busy. Yeah, Trump's on the picture. He's fighting, too. It's Trump and his son. One of his sons is crazy on Instagram, man. He don't give a fuck. With Donald Jr., I think it is.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Guy's off his rocker. Clayton!
Has any restaurants opened back up again where you are? Those live streams you did while out at dinner was funny as fuck. And Marvin versus Jard, who you got? And does Brunson jump both of them and fight for the belt?
Ooh.
Or does he fight the winner?
I say that if Izzy does beat Whitaker, I think Brunson, if he hangs tight, I think this blonde Brunson like meme thing that's going on right now, I think he could skip the line. I really do, because I got to be honest, I want to see it again. I want to see undefeated blonde Brunson against Izzy again. I don't know. Call me crazy. Marvin versus Jared. I got to go with Marvin. Marvin, other than the Izzy fights, Marvin just knows how to win. And restaurants are open back up. Yes. It's tricky with the baby, though. Taking a baby to a restaurant at this stage of the game might be too premature. But never say never. Everything is open, though. Masks are popping back up and all that stuff. The gyms are still open. But I think BKFC is coming here in a month or two or something like that. What's that? Is she sleeping? Is she sleeping? Oh. So, yeah. Did you watch ARIEL interview today about Brendan Slob? I saw the clip of Brendan's apology. I spoke about it a little bit earlier. And it wasn't an apology. In fact, Brendan doesn't give a fuck about ARIEL Helwani, nor does his molesting pervert co-host. What's that guy's name? Brian Callen. That guy's a creep, man. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. I have no idea. But he is a sleazy dude. I don't know. There's something about him that I'm like, man, I don't know if this guy's fucking... I think this guy's like touching kids and shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that guy. But he's just creepy. He's like straight up creepy. They were talking about ARIEL and yeah, the apology right out the window. And then ARIEL apparently went on... I only saw like a clip of ARIEL talking about it, but people are saying online that ARIEL was going crazy for like 20 minutes. I only saw like a 3-minute clip or 2-minute clip of ARIEL. And ARIEL was just like, no more HELWANI or no more High Road HELWANI. Now it's HELWANI, and he's just going on, and he had one good zinger, Ariel. I got to say, he did say, he goes, Brian Callen, you have enough going on. And I was like, good for Ariel, man. Yeah, all of a sudden, forgive and forget, Brian Callen, fucking like borderline rapist. I mean, you have comedians saying, his good friends saying that he was inappropriate, like when you have his good friends saying it, it's a problem. But yeah, Ariel apparently went off on him. So let me know what team you are. Like, I'm all about taking a joke, so I kind of want to side with Shab, because like we say some fucked up things here, and we don't care. But it's all very bad jokes, inappropriate jokes. I'm sure Brendan Schaub. I don't know if Brendan Schaub was joking though. Like, I don't know if that was a joke. He was like really like criticizing what happened with Ariel and stuff. So I don't know. Got to check it out. He was talking about Ariel's family. He was talking about Ariel's family? I didn't hear that. Team Giovanni, the guy fired from his last gig for something foul too. Callen is not a rapist. He's just Italian. He's just a sleazy Italian. I got to ask part of my sleazy Italian family if that's true. Yeah, I don't know. Callen's creepy, man. He's a creepy dude. And he's not funny. Like, his stand-up is trash. So him and Shab should keep doing podcasts together. I'm sure it's going to work out well. Shab isn't funny, but Ariel sucks. Yeah, it's tough to pick a side, right? It's tough. It is fascinating, though. I do want to hear more about it.
It's actually pretty hard to believe that Brunson has never had a fight for the belt before. He has never had the chance. He's on a 5-fight win streak at the moment. After Rob versus Sissy, I think he more than deserves his first title shot.
Brunson is a weird character. Like, legit weird character. There was a phase of Derek Brunson where he was all about running people over with his knuckles. Remember, like, Brunson was the guy, the don't blink, this guy's going to fucking take your head off type fighter. Then he turned into, until, Robert Whittaker got involved. Then he turned into, did he knock out Hall as well? He turned into this reckless, crazy man, too. I think he fell in love with the knockout and kind of abandoned the wrestling and then tried to backpedal into the wrestling. And that transition from knockout crazy guy to just straight crazy, weird fight guy. And now he's embracing his wrestling background and kind of, putting in his power in the mix, with the elbow strikes now. And this is a pretty polished Brunson. He's the only thing, he's 37. But he looks like he's in fantastic shape. His blonde hair giving him that power. It's a weird metamorphosis. And I don't mind seeing him rematch Izzy right now. I really don't. KO'd Hall, Machida, and a bunch of others. Yeah, remember Brunson used to be like you tune into a Derek Brunson fight to watch him knock someone's head off. Like, he was that guy. And then he got all weird. But now maybe he matured, and was able to pull it all together. I know he's got his own gym now. He's got a family, right? So this version of Brunson's pretty interesting. Who knows? If Brunson can get in there and take Izzy down, yeah, he's not as big as Jan Blachowicz, but still, he's a pretty damn good wrestler. You never know. Callan, old pervy sage. Alistair Overroyd calling pro wrestlers gay was hilarious. Yeah. I think the funny part about that is Alistair goes on Ariel's show, right? Vox run MMA fighting. And then they just throw him under the bus and headline, Alistair Overeem calls WWE guys a bunch of faggots or whatever. I don't know. It's like, you got to run that story, man. You got to really do that to your guest. It's kind of fucked up. No, we do not show the fights. Only on Saturday. Saturday, we're going to show all the fights. Let's see what other stories we have. Let's see what else is in the news over here as we're just rolling along. Hold on. Wait for it. I got to pull the stories back up. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so let's go here. Okay. All right, so this is kind of cool. So yeah, we talked about the trailer thing. How cool is this? This is actually pretty wild. Tom Hardy's movie Warrior, which is probably still to this day the best MMA movie out there. I think, at least. I think that was a fun movie. I could rewatch that one. It's long, but I think it's very well acted, kind of predictable, but fun. Very fun movie. They're doing a TV show, like in the world of Warrior. So it's not like, hey, Tom Hardy, what is he doing now? It's basically they're going to keep these fights going on within this world. And I think from what it says, Daniel Cormier is going to be fighting. He's going to be probably one of the villains or something like that in the series. So that's kind of cool. Brian Callen that's actually a fun fact. Yes, Callen was in Warrior. That's true. Actually, Callen was in, wasn't he in fucking the other one too, the TV show? Oh, what the hell is the name of it again? I know Drunk's seen it. What the hell is the name of the show? I keep on forgetting. Kingdom. He was in that as well. He played a creep in that. Played himself. But yeah, how about that? DC. The Carl Weathers. DC is going to be... I'm going to watch the series. I'll check it out. It's from the same makers, so... Yep, Kingdom. Yeah, so Callen... he's been an MMA fan for a while. I thought Brian Callen was good in that... There was an MTV show. Let's see if anyone remembers this show that got canceled. There was an MTV show where it was like cops arresting like supernatural things, like not like X-Files, like with Mulder and Scully. It was just like, it was on MTV. It was cops, and they would just wolves and vampires, and that's what they were out to arrest. And Brian Callen was the head of the police department, and he was like this wacky creep guy. Let me know if anyone's ever seen that. I'm probably the only one that remembers that MTV show. I don't remember the name of it, though. Okay, next story. Here we go. Predicting potential UFC surprises. Poirier could retire. Brunson won't wait for the title shot. All right. Do you think these things are going to happen here? As Dustin Poirier is preparing for a chance to get the legit gold strap, not the fake, interim title. He's looking for the real deal. If he gets that against Charles Oliveira, will he call it a career? I'm curious what you think about that in the chat. And also, Derek Brunson, will he wait? It's not really in his hands. I mean, he could wait, but nothing's set in stone. Like, what if Izzy moves to another weight class or some shit again? You don't know. So waiting is it's not all his decision. I think you have a better chance of seeing Derek take a fight. I don't know. Who knows? But let me know what the chat says. Who cares? Who cares what I think? I'm yapping enough. That was my favorite MMA movie. Me too, man. There was that scene with Tom Hardy and his father where Tom just had enough with him. And it was like right before his fight. And his father was all fucked up on drugs and shit. Like, that was such a powerful scene. It was pretty cool. Well acted. Tom Hardy's a very good actor. And then he does Venom and he acts like he's half retarded. Death Valley. Is that the name of the show? Why do I feel like that's the name of the show? Death Valley. Is that it? That's it. That's it, baby. 2011. That's it. Pale Monkey coming through clutch. This is the show. Did you look it up or did you actually remember this? No one remembers this. In 2011, Brian Callen was in a show called Death Valley. It was actually somewhat entertaining. In fact, IMDb has it at 7.8. It wasn't a bad show. Like, I actually was thoroughly amused by the show. It was the first time I got to find out who Brian Callen was. 2011. I looked it up. So I'm the only idiot that remembers this show? Wow. I remembered, like, nothing, and then I'll remember this. Most known for The Hangover? Yeah. Was that before Death? Actually, that might have been around the same time, right? Actually, it might have been. No, it was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty funny. It was a comedy about cops basically going out there and arresting, like, vampires and shit. It was a weird show on MTV. Remember when MTV used to show TV shows, not music videos? Now I don't know what the hell they show there. Death Valley. That's it. Oh, the great Yash watched it. Chris, forget Tom Hardy. Why is your shirt more wrinkled than Betty White? That sounds like a Brendan Schaub joke. I ironed it. Boom. It's all ironed up. And honestly, the wrinkles are coming in from pectoral muscles. You know, sometimes if you have muscles, sometimes it creates folds in places where non-muscular people are, you know, you don't have these problems. But when you're 44 years old and pure steel, you create wrinkles in places that mere mortals don't experience. I hope that answers. No, Reno 911 wasn't as funny, man. I'm telling you, Death Valley was actually really funny. It's pretty good, but Brian Callen played a creep. All right, let's see what else. But then again, Reno 911 was for a Glee type audience. Let's just put it that way. Let's see what else we have in the news. Conor McGregor lashes out to deal with losing these fights, says Michael Bisping. Yeah, Michael Bisping is... Why am I feeling, even though Michael Bisping, right, is comfy now at the desk job over there, and the UFC, you know, re-upped his contract, the whole deal. Why do I feel like somehow someone's going to drag Michael Bisping out of retirement to do some weird circus fight? Like, something's telling me. I mean, I could be off on this one, but I feel like with all the trash talk that's happening right now, I feel like someone's going to say the wrong thing to him, and he's like, fuck it, let's do it. I'll take a big bag and have some fun. I'm curious. What do you guys think in the chat? Will Michael Bisping dust it off and go out there and fucking lace up the bigger gloves? Because I don't think he's going to do MMA again, but I think like a boxing thing might actually happen. Dan Hardy rips sack of shit Tyron Woodley for embarrassing loss to Jake Paul. Let me just say something here about Dan Hardy. Dan Hardy seems like the biggest piece of shit. I don't know him. Nor do I care to, though. What is up with Dan Hardy? This dude, like, now he's lobbying to have some fucking weird-ass money boxing fight. Like, he just seems like a clown. Like, what's going on with this guy? And I apologize to my UK friends out there because I know there's some people that love Dan Hardy, you know. But I think he's a cunt. I think he's a straight-up cunt. Rosie doesn't see Bisping. Bisping had a lot to say about Vitor. Yeah, Bisping's just running his mouth a lot about a lot of things. I think he's going to put his money where his mouth is. Dan Hardy gives alcoholics a bad name. Yeah, maybe he's drunk. But you guys see this? Like, he went on this whole rant about Tyron Woodley and like, and then like after the rant, he's basically saying that he wanted to fight him, and I'm like, what? Where the hell did this come from? He's saying that like he basically wasted money. Tyron Woodley wasted fans' money by not stepping on the gas. Which you're preaching the obvious, buddy. You're preaching the obvious, but I don't know, man. I never liked this guy. Sucks. I used to love this guy. I think the guy was one thing about Dan Hardy. I'll say this: was one of the better analysts, right? When he was breaking down UFC fights or giving previews, Dan Hardy was legit with that. I thought he was very good at that. You know, technical stuff, great. But anytime anything else, it's just like fucking hey, dude. Hey, numbnuts. Stop the fight! Stop the fight! Stop it! I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I don't know. There's just something about him that just rubs me the wrong way. What else we got here in the news? UFC signs the one and only man to knock out Israel Adesanya. Did you guys see this? I just followed him. The kickboxing guy, they've been talking about this for a while. Actually, he's on UFC 268, right? UFC 268. I guess see how old this guy is. I don't know if he can do it to Izzy again in the MMA world, but it does have a Joe Duffy feel to it. By the way, this card is just ridiculously, intensely, insanely, superbly wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, where is this guy? Did they put him on here yet? Where is his cat? I don't know if they put him on here. I forgot his name. What's his name? My guy. I mean, look at it as is. It is nuts, this card. Wow, man. MSG is going to be pumping. But yeah, they're bringing in this kid. They got him. There he is. So let me get his name. Yeah. Here he is. Shaquille Maljouri. I think he's Brazilian, right? Sign in. Here we go. He's signing on the dotted line. The Izzy Slayer. The Joe Duffy to Conor McGregor's.
Hello, guys.
It would be funny if he just goes like this. Fuck you, Izzy. I'm back. And he just stops it. You know? That would be like such a badass. Like if he just looks into the camera and he's like, the boogeyman's back, bitch. I'm coming for you, Izzy. Like something like, I don't know, just throw it. Like that's what you got to do. But instead he did this.
Hello, guys. Now it's official. UFC, thank you. I'm so happy to be part of the family.
Thank you. I am so happy. And by the way, yeah, this is the guy that just tweeted it, right? What the hell is this guy's name? The Only Man. What the fuck's his name, though? What's his name? Pereira. Okay, here we go. Pereira. What? Something Pereira. Alex Pereira. Okay, there we go. That's more Brazilian than Shaquille O'Neal or some shit like that. Pereira.
Hello, guys.
I can't wait to butt fuck Izzy.
Now it's official.
Again.
UFC, thank you. I'm so happy to be part of the family.
I'm so happy to be porch of the family. So there he is. He's so happy to be a porch of the family. Alex Pereira. Yes. I am happy he's porch of the family as well. I am happy. So that's happening. You guys think he's going to be... You think he's going to be the guy? Is he going to be the guy to do the dirty to Izzy? Is he going to fuck him up? I mean, Izzy already took a loss, but is he going to fuck and knock him out in the MMA cage, the UFC octagon? Let me know what you think in the chat. Curious of your thoughts. He's happy to be porch of the UFC. Or the porch of the family, man. Leave him alone. Guys, he just wants to be part of the porch.
Wonderful.
Yo, Clayton's killing it.
Bisping versus Mark Hunt in a boxing match. Co-main event of the Jake Paul card. Bisping and Mark Hunt deserve a big payday. Bisping lost to I for fuck's sake. The least he deserves is a bag full of money.
Yeah.
Mark also got fucked. He deserves a big payday too.
Why not? I know Michael Bisping's doing, like, he does a movie here and there, you know? He's doing the commentary. I'm sure he gets paid pretty decent, right, doing UFC commentary. But are you going to make that money, the same money you would make? And if you have any itch to get back out there and throw some hands, a goofy boxing fight, you know? I can see Bisping doing it. I really could. I could see him doing it to make a quick bag. I think, and he's a fighter. Like Michael Bisping's, that guy's gonna be like he's fighting on the mic. Like he's constantly arguing and debating. This guy, he's ready to throw hands at any time. So I could see it happening. I really could. One-eye Bisping to boxing. But do I want to see it? No, that's a different story. Thank you, Clayton. Appreciate it. I don't know if I really care about Bisping boxing, but. Quote, no one from the UFC can get a hold of Tony Ferguson. Oh, boy. He's AWOL? He has been mysteriously quiet. With one eye. Yeah, with one eye. Jesse? Fuck it, we just saw that dude, the Dragon, fight an ex-MMA and MMA with one fucking eye. It didn't work out too well for him, but Michael Bisping won a belt with one eye. Leave the man alone. So no one getting a hold of Tony Ferguson. Where is he? Do you think he went off the deep end? Didn't he just have another kid? Hold on, let's see where El Cucui's doing. I thought he had another kid. Tony Ferguson. Okay, so his last post. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. What the fuck, Tony? It was 11 hours ago. So he's alive. He's alive. Reporter, may I ask you why you would leave America being scheduled to fight in America during a pandemic, knowing you may not be able to come back? Habib?
You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid.
What the fuck? Dude, are you kidding me? This is going to be hanging out with Stephen Bonner soon. All right. All right, so here's Khabib's response, right? May I ask why you would leave America being scheduled to fight in America during a pandemic, knowing you may not be able to come back? And here's Khabib's response once again.
I'm afraid, all right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid.
Okay. Tony, what are you doing? It's almost at the point now where it's like Ferguson knows that Khabib is not coming back. You know? So he's just going to keep on having a little fun. Like, what the fuck? Tony. What are you doing, buddy? Well, he's not gone. So no need to worry. Tony's not gone. He's still around. He's just kind of chilling. He's trolling a little bit. Khabib ducked Ferguson and Chandler. Yeah, we were joking around about that. Remember that? I don't know if you were around for that, but we did have a good time with that. That the reason why Tony retired was because of the fear of the Michael Chandler and Oliveira. And it seems like, you know, judging from what Tony's putting out there, maybe some truth to it. There's Tony C in the chat. Hey, Tony C, how you doing? Chandler has no chin. Habib would smash him. Okay, there you go. Habib for the win. Isn't Tony C the guy that was around when my daughter went flying over the balcony? I think so. Welcome, Tony. Yeah, so if you missed it, we had Devin Clark on. He's the co-main event of the following week's card. Anthony Smith, Span, is happening, and Devin Clark will be fighting Ian Kudilaba. If you missed that, run back the stream. Watch the interview. He was on for almost an hour, and I got to say, every time Devin comes on, he gets better and better. He's funny. He rolls with the punches. So enjoyed having Devin on. Go check that out. And let me know in the comments section down below what you think if you're watching the replay. Or if you watch this, let me know in the comment section. If it doesn't pop up right away, we got to hit a check mark. Let me show you what we got to do. Because YouTube is... they're bananas. So... okay. Look at this shit. Okay, ready? Check this out. Like, no joke, this is what we have to do on a regular. Okay? We are not selecting the option to hold anything for a review. This is a new filter by the YouTube. You got to click held for review. I have to do this like every 10 minutes, apparently. And I have to go... look, these are all blocked. Okay? Here we go. Casey Jones. Honor lies in honest toil. What is it? Toil? What does that say? What the fuck does that even mean? Anyway, I guess that's inappropriate, but I'll accept it. There we go. All right, Dwayne Newstead says, go watch the video where Stephen Bonner got KO'd and hogtied... what? And hogtied to his car by citizens and police had to pull him out. I did not see that video. Apparently, we can't have that. You're free. You're free. Stephen Bonner's solution is sad. It's a Purdue Pharma problem. He's an addict, not CTE. He needs to go to a methadone clinic. They will not help him more than a doc handing out pills will. Terrible comment. You're accepted. Missed the live show, but made sure to catch it ASAP. Sorry for every time I called you Moss. You guys rock. Great commentary and cast. See, look at that. Terrible. Don't say that. Jarrell, how dare you? You're free. Two joints. Two joints is public enemy number one, apparently. All right, so here, I'm just going to fucking, like, look at this shit. Is this not stupid? Like, what the hell? Look at this. They see two joints. They run for the hills. Well, I like turtles, so that should be blocked. Let's see. Uncle Boss Brother. Like, what terrible thing, two joints. I got to do this every fucking day. So I will go back. I will go back. Jesse will go back. Anthony will go back. We'll have everyone go back and sporadically check and If you don't see your comment in the comment section, we will free you. Like, talk about a tedious, dopey thing that the YouTube, I want to say UFC, YouTube's doing. And it's not just us. I'm sure they're doing it to other channels, but they're probably hitting us worse because it's usually how it works. All right, let's see what else we got in the news. What else we got over here up at this bitch? A thick show tonight. Completely. A thick show. Michael Bisping. Darren Till tore his ACL 10 weeks before UFC Fight Night 191. The weird part about this story is I'm not saying it's not torn. It probably is. But why is there the medical suspension for everything but a torn ACL? A little sus. A little sus. He's medically suspended for facial injuries, but nothing to do with a torn ACL. It's strange. I'm sure it was torn. I'm sure there was something going on there because he was a little flabby and maybe he had trouble training. Regardless of the fact, boys and girls, we all know the outcome. Blonde Brunson takes him out 10 out of 10 times. In fact, Blonde Brunson, well, I can't fucking talk today. I know the show is ending when I'm just fumbling all over my words. I went to the cardiologist today, and next month I got to hop on the treadmill. Dun, 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 you're checking my heart. Doctor says I should be completely fine because I'm a specimen. But, you know, just check just to rule things out. You never know. You know, you got to make sure everything's tuned up, you know. Derek Brunson says this. And I urge you in the chat, no matter what it is, man, just at least get your checkup. Get your blood work and that stuff. Go every year to the fucking doctor. Stop being a lazy cunt. I'll go next year. I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm eating my red meat. No, just go to the fucking doctor. Get yourself checked out. Get your blood work done so you can stay on this earth for your family. Don't do it for you. Do it for your family. If you have no family, then don't go. Israel Adesanya beats Derek Brunson 1 out of 10 times. Only 1, which he's done already. Blonde Brunson beats Israel Adesanya 10 out of 10. I'll ground him, pound him out, or submit him inside of 2 rounds. Bet the house. So Blonde Brunson, being very confident about this rematch, especially with that blonde hair. Look at that. Do you think he could beat him? Curious. He is a wrestler. He's got that wrestling. He got the key to victory. He's strong enough to hold him down. I don't know. It's fascinating. I'm interested. We reached out to him today. I want to see if we get Derek Brunson on the show. We never had him on. But maybe we should pull that Jackson Wink strings. You know, the people that know him from Jackson Wink. Get Derek Brunson on the show. We want to talk to him ASAP. See if he should wait for a belt or take a fight in between. But does he beat Izzy? Can he beat him in the rematch? I mean, he looked terrible in the first fight. Let's be honest. It's pretty hard to say, yeah, man, after seeing how he looked in the first fight. Looked terrified. Let's see what the chat says. I had that test you are going to do. You will be fine, and you will definitely know if there's something wrong with your heart. See, he said it's a good test. How long were you on the treadmill for? He goes, don't eat 2 hours beforehand. I don't want you to throw up on the treadmill. I'm like, I've run on the treadmill, man. Like, I'm not going to fucking vomit. Stop puking all over the treadmill. But he says it happens more than I think. And I hope everything goes well with the testings and all that stuff. I hope everything goes well. Habib is married to his own cousin, for fuck's sake. Wow. Wow.
This is #1 bullshit.
Feed him to Connor. He can't beat Izzy, but would love to see it happen, says Johnny Smith. Hit the pre-workout. Yeah, I got to steer clear of pre-workout. So I can't say. So here's the bummer, man. Not like this has anything to do, but who cares? It's the end of the show. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. It's my show. I can do whatever I want. I got to stay away from, so I haven't done caffeine in a couple of weeks. I've completely been caffeine free. And my chest feels a little bit better. So I had this weird thing happen. Like, I got anxiety and weird shit going on. I take the CBD. I'm good. But I can't be on CBD 24/7. Maybe I could if Mystic Roots sends me a lifetime supply. Maybe I'll just put an IV of that shit in me. I take the Mystic Roots. I'm good. But I had coffee at my parents' house in New York. I was like, yeah, let me splurge, have a cup of Java. I threw it down. My heart was racing like a fucking, like, I'm like, what the, getting the sweats and shit. So I got to stay away from caffeine. Caffeine just doesn't work with me anymore. So if I took a pre-workout, my heart would fucking explode out of my chest and spin around my head. So I can't. I don't know if anyone in the chat has that problem where they can't do caffeine. So I'm done with that. He says stay away from chocolate. I'm like, yeah, right. Can't do spicy foods right now until I clear this shit up. I think it's GERD. That's what I think it is. That's what the doctor thinks it is. Thinks it's GERD. Old people problems. Oh, you put Cannoneer? And I read Connor. Listen, Connor's always on my mind. That's all I can think about. Cannoneer. Sorry, guys. It's late. What you mean Trump is hosting? Yeah, he's hosting. He's trumping. He's hosting the event this Saturday night. We'll be reacting to it. He will be hosting it. They will have the event on his fucking wig. My pre-workout has 1,500 milligrams of off taurine, for fuck's sake. Of taurine, is that what you're saying? Taurine. Yeah, so taurine, is it? I was telling Jesse, actually. I was thinking about getting taurine instead of caffeine, but is it like the same? Do you get the same response? Or is it like naturally wake you up without all the jitters? You can't have energy. Oh, energy drinks. Yeah, man. We were sponsored by an energy drink, and actually I was able to handle that, but I don't know if I can handle it now. Maybe I just got to wait until my chest gets better. I don't even like to taste aspirin. If I have a headache nowadays, listen, fucking painkillers. I don't like to take headache medication unless I'm like dying. But I try to stay away from all meds if I can. It's not possible with the situation I have right now. You will not watch anything with Fook Trump, D-Nozzle, says Johnny Smith. Well, listen. I mean, put the political bullshit aside, man. He's going to be, they say commentating. I think he's just going to be sitting in, maybe for a brief segment or some shit. I don't know if he's going to be there the entire night. Maybe he will. But he's definitely going to be there, and they're saying he's like hosting it and shit, but they're just using his name, I think, to sell pay-per-views. I don't know how big of a contribution he's going to be making, to be honest. Taurine is synthetic bull sperm. Is that true? Is that fucking true? I was literally telling Jesse, hey, we should get actually no, man, is it not? Wait, is it taurine? What's the stuff that gives you the energy? Is it taurine? It's usually like glutamine with taurine and shit like that. What's the... Jesse would know. Is it taurine that gives you energy? Trump just there for the hookers. Try Cavita, peach, pineapple, kombucha. Instead of pre-workout, get you pumped and healthy. Yeah, I think I'd rather, unless we get a good energy pre-workout sponsor. Like I was looking at the shit Kainoto was telling me to get, my heart would explode. So yeah, so what is it called? Kavita? Might have to reach out to them. Kavita. Let me look this up. Kavita. I look up Kavita, I got this Indian actress. It's definitely not drinking her. Kavita drink. Oh, here we go. Oh, so it's like they're bottled drinks. Could get expensive though. Do they have like a powder? We could mix that shit up. Sparkling probiotic drink? That's interesting. Trump isn't actually commentating. He's doing a Gamcast commentary, and there will be a regular commentary for... Oh, is that what's happening? No. What? Oh, my God. I just saw that the Manning brothers... I just saw that Peyton and Eli... If you're not a football fan, you're not going to know who they are. But anyway, Peyton and Eli Manning are doing that for... I think it's ESPN Plus.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What did we start?
Check out my Never Forget video. And tell us the story of where you were on September 11th, 2001. I believe you said you were driving for ups and you saw one of the planes into the building.
I was delivering packages and I saw it happen. I was there. I wasn't like in ground zero, but I actually, yeah. And September 11th is Saturday night. So it's going to be an interesting night. Yeah, we'll remember and we'll try to have a little fun at the same time. But yeah, maybe that's why Trump's doing it too. So Trump's doing a game cast? Oh my God. I'm telling you right now. What did we start? Think about this. Everyone and their mother is doing some sort of like reaction throwing the live chat on the screen, interactive, the whole day. Like, it's just fucking, I feel like we started all this shit. I really do. Like, Joe Rogan was doing the Fight Companion, but he wasn't, like, incorporating you guys and stuff. And now, like, everything is like, wow, it's fucking nuts, man. We're pioneers over here. They're doing it in football. Now they're doing it on this Triller event. Better not have to pay for Trump's commentary. So I don't know how that works. I guess you have the option to listen to Trump, or you have the option to listen to the regular. How does that work? Let me look it up on Fight TV. I'm curious now. I thought they were just going to have him. Well, then if that's the case, they might have him on the regular cast just to show up and show face. So it is on Fight TV if you're looking to watch. We have a link down below. If you're going to order it, use our link. We get points. If not, do what we're doing. So Fight TV is doing something else too, where it's you can buy for the year now. So basically, it's actually kind of interesting. I wish the UFC would do this. Like, for instance, if I don't know the amount, I think it's like $300 for the year, right? Which seems like a lot of money, right? $300, like what the fuck? But if it's for the full year and events are $50, $60, $70 a pop, and you're getting a ton of events here, it's not incredibly bad. But yeah, Fight TV is doing like a year thing where you get access to all their events. We have something cool in our description. So bare knuckle events we get for free because we have our affiliate down below. It's not even affiliates. We don't get any money for it. They just roll over points for us. So we can watch those for free, but they won't let us watch this shit for free. Evander Holyfield versus Belfort. Like, there's certain events, the Jake Paul shit, they won't let us watch for free, which is kind of ridiculous. We're accumulating so many points for Fight TV. But yeah. UFC should do that, right? I would pay fucking... Listen, if UFC's events are $70 a pop, right? Hold on, let's do the math. Let's see. So 70, times 12 months, $840 a year, right? And sometimes they slip an extra event in there, you know? So just say around $900 a year, right? Because sometimes they throw an extra bonus event in there. $900 a year for UFC pay-per-views. But if they gave you a deal where they split it in half, I would pay. I mean, I'm paying the $900 anyway. With the UFC, we pay full price for that shit. What would be the price? What would be a fair yearly price? They should do that. ESPN Plus. They should have that. What if Vitor bites his ear? I was actually thinking that. That was something that actually jumped into my head as well. Yeah, what if Vitor bites his ear off? That'd be hilarious. Bites the rest of his ear off. What would be the price that you would pay? Great Yosh says he would $4.99 he would do. $4.99. That's fair. I would do $4.99. I would do anything less than $900. 100%. Like, I would do anything. I would do fucking $800. Like, you know, we're paying for it anyway. But, you know, then there's the people out there that don't have to. People just find a way, right? They find a way to watch all these streams. It's so easy. My fucking dad could do it. Like, it's you could be in your 80s and find these fights. Like, it doesn't take a genius to find fights if you're looking for these pay-per-views, which is kind of wild how they're still getting away with charging these crazy prices. You know, 40 sounds legit. 40. A wise man once said, "You only pay for Wi-Fi to watch it." Yeah, like, I mean, King of the Dead says it takes nothing. Yeah, I mean, is it right? No, but at the same time, is it right for them to charge these crazy prices? Right? So I can't fucking kill people that can't afford. Like, you say you love the UFC, but you can't afford $70 a month. It's a lot. It's a lot of fucking money on top. You know, and listen, ESPN Plus is our sponsor. We got a pin in the live chat. If you could afford it, I urge you to use our link. But if you can't, like, how do you watch the fights? It's kind of fucked, you know? So, it is what it is. In the UK, we just pay for BT Sports for the year, which is about $100. Oh, man. That's awesome. for all the UFC and loads of other sports. That's great, man. BT Sports. And I have a feeling that it's so great because like UFC gives the right to BT Sports to do that. And then a lot of these illegal pirated streams are from one person that paid for BT Sports, and they just pump it back to the US. It's how many times I've seen BT Sports watermarked on those crazy. It's so fucking funny, man. It's kind of like fitting that that's how it works. But that's a great deal. Rosie says, I can't afford it. So, and you're in a position of probably 75% of their fans. They got to get slick. They got to tap into the fans that don't want to pay for it, but the price is right enough where like, you know what? I think it's worth it. And they make a hell of a lot more money. I would think, at least. What's that sweet spot? Just got to miss out on the freestyle. Any second is a chance of greatness. Moment, you got to watch it live. Man, oh man, BT Sports like ESPN for UK. Yeah, BT Sports is like their everything sports, right? Like all sports like run through BT. I noticed when I used to have Cody, like that, you know, that shady Cody thing that was going around. That was really popular. I don't know if that's popular anymore. But like they would have a gazillion links to BT Sports and you would get everything on there. Like it was nuts. She's still going? Yeah, the show's almost over. We're just chit-chatting. Okay, the baby's had it. But no, I lost my train of thought. $4.99, me too. Yeah, $4.99. ESPN Plus, let's go. Let's do it. $4.99 for the year. You get all the pay-per-views. You can watch the Contender Series and the Ultimate Fighter and the other fights as well. And that's fair. Oh, let me ask you. See, here's the problem though, because you pay what? Is it still $4.99 a month? I can't remember the price. They just auto pay us charges, so I don't even know. But here's the problem: if you pay $4.99 for the year, you're not paying like the monthly fee. But if it's anything cheaper than $900 a year, we're good. I got about $350. But it's not right and brings you bad karma, but that's just me. What was Carl talking about? Let's see. Let's go back. $4.99. UFC should do the math. All right. Is your real living room similar to the back? This is my real living room. This is it. That's our backyard. Fun fact. It's actually moving a little bit. The little fun fact, there's our little bird feeder. That's a fun. You can see like a little bit of movement over there. It was not a very windy day. I mean, it's not a windy day. But it's our real living room. Anyway, I'm done. I've had enough. So we'll be live for Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort. That's going down. Anderson Silva versus Tito Ortiz. Donald Trump is going to be having a part in this puzzle that's happening Saturday night, and we're going to react to the whole damn thing. I don't know. We're going to have some fun. Kick back, and maybe I'll try to force alcohol in my face even though I'm not supposed to be drinking it. We'll see. But, it's going to be a party on Saturday. We're going to party on Friday. Tomorrow night, if we do go live, it will be on our second channel. That's called Not the MMA-Holes. Not the MMA-Holes is a link in the description. We do some games and we shoot the shit. More like the last 9 minutes of this show is on our second channel. We just kind of go for it. Devin Clark, thank you for coming on. Good luck in your fight. If you missed the interview, run it back. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.